So, thank you very much for finding time, and it's great to talk to you again. So, let's start with the questions. Many years ago, we have started the power functions era for the LEGO sets by designing the 8275 motorized bulldozer set. Can you tell us how different was designing 8275 from designing 42100? How has your work changed after all this time? What is new? What is better?
I think it was again, like when we made the 8275 was the beginning of the power function. So it was the first time we had a new power function system, and in a way it was similar to this one where we have and now where we have power functions 2 and we have the more complex control with the control plus. Difference is actually that we have a much bigger choice of elements now. So we have since 12 years gone, and 12 years we developed quite a lot of new elements, so we can make much better Lego models today because of the range of models. So if you see, if the 8275, the full blade was made in system, so it was not very stable. It was breaking apart when you really pushed hard on it. But it was a compromise, the best we can do at this time. And today we can, with the panels and all the building systems, the frames and stuff like this, we can do much better models today, which are much more stable.
Okay, so how many people work on designing a set as complex as the 42100? Have other designers worked with you?
No, I did it all myself. Of course, we have other people supporting it because when you do the new power function system, then you of course have designers work together with these guys. These are designers and also electronic guys, engineers, and of course then you work together with the app designer, Min, who's doing the apps. So we have to work close together with them, and of course you have the medical parts like the linear actuators are new, and of course so it's a different design, but on the model it's only myself who worked on it.
Really impressive. What was it like to work with the Leap Hair company on this set? How much control did they have over it, and how much their input has changed your design?
It was really nice. They were really open and friendly, and they always, what do you call this? They can give you the right inputs for actually to get the details right on the model and understanding actually the complexity of the real model, what their problems are, and actually I get the same problems building a copy of it because it's physics. We have the same challenges. So, but it was really nice working together with them.
Okay. Did you get to see the real Air 9800 excavator, or maybe operate it?
I didn't see I see part of it. When they assemble it, they have assembly line in Colmar in France, and then they build parts of it, and then they ship it out in parts. But I saw the smaller one of it is the R 9600 standing outside, and we're also operating it, driving it. It was really cool, impressive machines.
Indeed. Which function of the 42100 set was the most difficult to get working properly?
I think I spent the first time actually knowing that it was really heavy, and from the learning from the bucket wheel actuator was the driving. So I have spent a lot of time actually focusing on the driving of the model, and we got a new clutch into it. You will see when you build it, and it's a linear clutch now, and it has to place at the right place, so it's there where you actually have full power that you can turn the model on the spot and drive without problems, but on the other side not having so much power that actually in the end destroy elements. The gears are fragile, and you can see in the last two gears we have so much power they actually snap together, and they're not cross axles. The cross axle will just bend. When you put so much force on the cross axle will bend. So yeah, it was actually driving, and of course finding the right balance for lifting the big boom. Like the first stage of the boom, it was also quite a challenge.
Yeah, I have tested the load capacity of the digging arm, and it's quite impressive. Actually, it was able to lift about 750 grams.
Yes.
And I was trying to lift about 1 kilogram, but at this point the whole excavator tips.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, it comes always, like with speed or power, and we decide for power. So to actually get lift out of it, it moves a little bit slower, but then of course you can lift much more.
Mhm. Okay. Is there something about 40 to 100 that you would have designed differently if you were given a free hand?
Not really. I have given a free hand, so it was for me. It's actually like do the best copy you can do,
Mhm.
and this is what we did. Like in the limit, in the time I had, and with all the what do you call it? It was sometimes difficult and guessing because we didn't have proper motors, we didn't have proper software. So did a lot of things just by experience, and then hope it will work out in the final model.
Okay. So how does the Control Plus system cope with a set of this size? Do you stress test all the functions in a set this big and heavy?
Of course, we have quite good quality department. I work together with these guys as well, and then we have several tests. We have, of course, the long time test if it's a long time the model works, and then we have the power consumption electronic tests if all the components live up to the standards and don't use too much power. And then, of course, we have check if big models like this, like there's heavy weight, so will the elements be damaged, like on a heavy use of it, like will the elements be bent or gears will break and stuff. That's of these things we test, of course.
Mhm. Okay. Is there something about 40 to 100 that was not possible with power functions but could be done now with Control Plus?
Yeah, of course. I think it's the control. You have much more control because it's not on off. Like you have a much more fine control, and of course all the other things. Like if you go further in the software, I didn't know if you had the software already, but you have the
Yeah,
finger
yeah.
controls. You have the control with the that you can program it and
Yeah, you can
remote
record the
stuff. This
actions.
all the stuff you can't do with the old power functions. We can do now with the Control Plus. So it's much more advanced.
Hmm. Yeah, the recording of actions was particularly nice. It's I think we haven't seen anything like it since the Control Center 2 set, which was like 1995.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and this was still a little bit analog, this is
yeah.
really digital now. So this is much nicer.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Speaking of Control Plus, how does that work for people who build their own models? Because right now the Control Plus app allows to control two Lego sets. What about customization for people who want to build something
Yeah,
of their
it
own?
will come. It will come. It will call with the name Power Up, and there you can actually do your own interface. That means you can build what we have the interface for the Leap here now. You can actually do yourself. So you can build your own control, customize your control, so you can actually build it so you can control all the models. And I think you can build up to 8 hubs. That means
Really?
32 functions you can put in control. So it will be really amazing what you can do in the end. Yeah.
Very promising. And is there like a date when it's going to be possible?
We heard that they're working really hard on it. I think as soon as possible. I don't have really a date,
Okay.
but I think it will be coming at least at the end of the year at latest. So
Okay,
I
great.
hope so.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Okay, when designing a technique set, is there a specific limit for the number of new parts introduced, or does it change depending on the price of the set?
It always depends. There's no not. Of course, we have a limit how much new elements we can do, and how much new what the components like motors and linear actuators and stuff that we can do. But it always depends on what is needed for the model. Some models need more to get it actually realistic. And here in the Leap here, the sprocket was needed because we needed for the driving we needed the look was a bigger sprocket, and of course a shovel.
Mhm.
The shovel is the unique thing of the machine. This is actually why you have the machine. It's you want to scoop things, and it's really difficult to build. So it's very important that we do things like this so they actually work, and then we put an effort on it. It was actually a very complicated mold. I think it was one of the I fight most with the part designers on how actually to put it in the form and to lay it in and actually have it done in one form. It's actually quite complex.
Yeah, yeah, I think it looks complex. What are the constraints that you have to work with when designing a flagship set like the 42-100? Is there, for example, a limit to the price?
Yes and no. Of course, like there's limited what you can do, how expensive you can do it. But you can see we can sell Lego sets, the Millennium Falcon or
Mm-hmm.
now the Star Destroyer. They're getting really expensive. But so Lego Technic we haven't proven to test it now. I think with the Bugatti where we had it for 350 was already quite expensive, and now we push the limits. But we also give much more to it. Like the Bugatti was no motors, no electronics. It was just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
plastic, and now we have a much better experience now, so if you can play with it. So we put a layer on it, but I think the constraints in this model was actually the size. You have the power function is two motors, and at some point you can't move them with them anymore. So or you can move them, but then it's boring. And then you have to find the balance how big the model can be, and this was the size where we can say, okay, we're happy with the speed and we're happy with the size and we're happy with the details. So this, but in the end, then it costs. The money costs now, but you also get 7 motors. That's on 2 hubs, so that's quite a lot you get.
And the new actuators, which are very cool.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we had them. What do you call it? I had them already lying around for some time, but now finally I got a model where you can put them in.
Very good. And the new Star Wars Star Destroyer definitely makes this set look cheap.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite big. Henrik made a really nice job with it, and yeah. But if you look inside, he used also quite some technical elements to actually to make it happen.
Yeah, the entire inside is technical. Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very interesting. So, what was the reason for choosing linear actuators over pneumatic cylinders for this set?
I think it's the complexity because and you have more control. The pneumatic cylinders we right now we can only do on off, so it means you have full out, full hour in, but you don't have the in between, and it's much easier for us because linear actuator you can just put the motor and then you have directly drive to it, so it's much easier to control linear actuator compared to a pneumatic system.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. How is the turntable design different from the 42082 rough terrain crane set? What changes had to be made for the 42100?
Actually, I took a little more of the over the design from the bucket wheel excavator. The 42,
Oh,
the rough
55.
terrain crane is more what do you call it? It's a crane, so there's more load on the turntable. So if you have a long heavy loads, then it will more bend. And my model is more has a shorter boom,
Mhm.
and I could balance it more, so it could be done easier. So and less friction. That means also it turns easier.
Okay. Has the 42100 taken longer to design than the bucket wheel excavator set? And if so, why?
Not really. I think it's the same time because on the bucket wheel excavator we had to design a new elements, like with the shovels and the 90 degrees elements with the tooth on the tooth racks, bended tooth rack, and it took quite a lot of time to actually develop how to get this done. And
Mhm.
here the model was more straightforward, but also we had different designs. We were taking in consideration how which model we want to do. We also did some other models of Liebherr, and then in the end we decided to do the AR 9800
Mm.
because it was the biggest and the most what do you call it challenging model they have.
Okay. And what was the particular reason for choosing the front shovel configuration? Because it's pretty rare in the real world.
Yeah, it's something new as well. Like it's a new function, and it looks quite cool when they open up the shovel. So it's a different design. It's something we haven't done before. So it's for me also was like how does it work? And it's actually quite complex movement. And if you try to control it, you have to be a little more. You have to use it. Took me quite a while to actually get the control right so that I can really can dig with it. But in the end, like it's getting used to it like in a computer game. In the end, if the more you try, the better you get with it controlling it.
Okay. what's the reason for not including a B model in the 40 to 100 set, even just a slight modification of the A model?
I think it's again time and complexity. I think we, in the end, we run out of time. But I think the most important part is complexity because you have to, at some point, you can't just take it apart
Mm-hmm.
and put together again because the boom is so heavy and so what do you call it? Deeply buried in the model that you have to take quite a lot of things apart before you can build a main model out of it. Even if you just change the boom, it would be quite complex. So we haven't decided to do that.
Okay. And if you could add one more function to the 40 to 100, any function you like, what would it be?
Maybe you should put some lights in it. Like
Oh,
this
that
would be
would be
quite cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but in the moment we don't have lights, so they will come maybe in the future.
There are lights for the Control Plus in the Lego shop actually, but I haven't seen them being used in any set.
No, not yet, but they will come maybe.
Okay. Uh, with several sets, including the 8110 and 8043 sets, the Lego company has shared work in progress photos of what prototypes look like before evolving into the final set. Do you think we could see prototypes for the 40 to 100? Were they much different than the final model?
Yeah, of course. We in the beginning we try out sizes. We have made different sizes, and we have made also different models. So and we haven't decided now if we show them or not. I think we have to talk with marketing what they're planning to do.
Mhm. Okay. Because the Liebherr has so many cool machines. I think I've seen they make even a barge excavator that floats on a barge.
Yeah, they have so much stuff, so it's incredible. I think if you just walk, like I think in Colmar,
Yeah,
the
they
plant
have
starts from
this.
100 tons to 800 tons of machines. So there's a big variety of machines, and they have different booms, long booms, short booms, whatever. Like it's really impressive what they have.
With power functions, fully remotely controlled Lego sets were something of a rarity. Do you think they could become more common now with the Control Plus system?
I think so. Yes, I think we also now we have the possibility to do more remote control stuff, and we also maybe we also have to find out what we can do with it. But I think there will be more models with it, and we can do more stuff with it. That means it's not just controlling. You can also have the feedback of the hub,
Yeah.
so where we have tilt stuff and so. And we also try to use this actively in the new models we're doing. So let's see what we can do.
Okay.
But it's also new for us. We have to also find out what we can do.
Is there a possibility of adding a physical remote for Control Plus sets in the future?
I don't think so. I think it's every model it's different and need different control, and then we need to have to decide do different controls all the time. And with now that you can what do you call it customize your control for all the mods you want to do, it's much easier to have it like we do now with the Control Plus with the mobile phones or iPads, whatever you need. So it's much easier to control it with that because then you can do whatever you want and you're not restricted to a physical control.
Mhm. Maybe you could make use of one of these because this can be connected to a phone and they could work with your app.
Maybe we haven't looked for that right now. Let's see.
Okay.
Maybe other people will do it.
Maybe it's quite possible because the Control Plus protocol is open source, right?
Exactly.
The
It's
specification is
exactly.
available.
Yeah.
That's a very nice thing of you to do. Okay, so is the Control Plus? No, I've asked that one. Sorry. What's the relation of the Control Plus and the powered up system? Are they part of the same family? Will they be more compatible in the future?
They have all the same plugs. That means that you can use all the motors of all the series now together, and so that it's totally up to you what you want to use now. And so even if you put what do you call it other motors in the hub, it will recognize and see the motor which it is. So it's possible. Yes.
Okay. Does the 40 to 100 demonstrate all the possibilities of the Control Plus system, or is there more?
I think there's more. Like I said before, like we had the first touch of it, and we only worked with prototypes, and we haven't seen what is possible right now. I think there will be coming much more if we will work a little bit more with it. It's for us also totally new, so I think with the seven motors we already reached something really cool. But I think all the possibilities, all the informations we can get out of the hub, we can do much more. So let's see what will come in the future.
Okay. The 42-100 set is the first set when LEGO has partnered with the Liebherr company, to the acclaim of many LEGO fans who admire Liebherr machines. Can you tell us if this partnership will continue into the future?
I can't tell. It could be, but we haven't any plans so far.
Okay. I'm assuming the Liebherr company is willing to.
Yes, I think we were both quite happy with the partnership, so it could be that we continue in the future, but we haven't any plans right now. So
Okay. If you could design any machine or vehicle that you like into a Technic set, what would it be? Just anything.
yeah, I think it will be. I'd like to do the space shuttle version 2, so this would be quite cool. So do a space shuttle again. I think we did it
Oh,
20 years ago, and
yeah.
I think it's time to do a new one.
Oh, sounds very promising. It was such a great set.
Yeah.
Um, you have designed many acclaimed Technic sets. Which one of them makes you proudest today, and which one of them, in your opinion, was the closest to the limits of what was possible with Lego pieces at the time it was designed?
I think the I really like the Arox. It's because it had a lot of nice things in it. Like the first one, which had we had light axles in all the axles, and
Yeah.
the new pneumatics was really cool, and it looked really nice from the design. And I think with the limits, we came with a bucket wheel actuator. This was maybe over the limits what we can do, especially with the clutches we had at this time. Like it was, I think we there we stretched the limits. So it's yeah.
Okay. When introducing a new Lego part, sometimes a complex one like the planetary wheel hub from the 42099 set, how does the process look like? Who decides that a set needs a new part? How many prototypes do you make, and what criteria do they have to meet? And is there a specific quality of the prototype part that decides whether it gets introduced or not? And do you have a dedicated Lego team for designing new parts, or is it handled entirely by the Technic team?
Um, yeah, if you come to the hub for the 4299, it's of course a requirement. We wanted to have it drive, and right now we have with the what do you call it differential. We have to put the power out to the wheels. So we have to have a torque at wheels. And we had the portal axles from the Unimox, but there we didn't have enough reduction in it to get the whole power to it. So we decided also we're a little bit too big. When they turn, then it really the turn angle is not really good. So then we decided to develop a new element, and then we have a special team on the other side which are doing these more, like I say them, components.
Mhm.
Um, and these then we help them, and then we can give some specification what we need, 1 to 5 reduction, and this size, and we want to have this and this interface, how we want to put it on in the model. And then with giving these constraints, we work together with them. It's not like, of course, we give them, but they're specialists in gearings and stuff like this. So they can do these things quite better than we do. When we do new elements ourselves, which are more plastic stuffs, then we do it ourselves. And mostly I'm doing it together, me and Daniel. We are the guys who do the new elements. Daniel joined the team about 2 years ago, and I did it before since 2004. I did almost all the new elements we have in Lego Technic.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and so it's yeah, but for these components we have special teams and work together with them. And yeah, we have, especially if you have these components, then it's important that you actually get, you can do prototypes in the rapid prototyping, but there you can't see the efficiency. So there we go very fast in doing test modes.
Hmm. Really? Okay. Do you remember your first Lego set? What was it, and how did you like it?
Yeah, I think the first set I worked together with was actually the Star Wars developer set. It was 9748, where I did the B models. We had we had the Scout brick, where you can had some programs and a light sensor and a motor, and there we did the B models. And the first set I actually worked on it was my own first set was actually the Power Puller
Oh,
84 537
hmm,
many years ago. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
I remember that
well,
one because of the great wheels.
yeah, exactly. The big wheels, and actually it was quite nice. The guys who worked together with, they were from the west coast in Denmark, and it's a really awesome machine. It has five Chevy motors in with on 1,600 horsepower each. It's totally nuts how much crazy stuff it is. Farmer.
Okay. Is there anything else about 40 to 100 that you would like to tell us?
I hope you will enjoy the model. I think I really played quite a lot with it. It's playable. I think this was the most important for me. When you have seven motors, it's not shit in itself. Actually, you should play with it. And it takes quite some training to do it. But if you first get a hold on it, how you want to move your fingers on the screen, that you get, then you actually control the model quite nice and you can dig with it. I actually did quite a lot of it actually to make sure that it actually works. And I hope you enjoy actually playing with it and not just displaying it.
Oh, absolutely. It's made for playing, definitely.
Exactly.
It looks very nice too. I mean, all the details are so authentic, and I think it's the most detailed excavator Lego has ever made.
Yeah, of course, but it's also like if you want to, the other ones were our versions, and now we do a replica, so we want to do have all the details with it. And Michael, who helped me quite a lot, showing all the details we want to have, all the hazard lights, the horn, for example, this how they communicate with the trucks and stuff like this. So all these stuff which are important for the machine, we also try to put in the model. So it was really nice getting all the insights.
Hmm. Okay. I'm out of questions. Anything else you'd like to discuss?
No, I think that's for today, and I hope, I hope people enjoy the model. This is,
Absolutely. Thank you very much. It's a great model, and we are all looking forward to what you come up with next.
yeah, me too. I already done with the one for 20, so I'm working on the 21 now. So